Today we focus on the Global Mobile Conference, which is being held in the startup capital Bengaluru. The theme for this conference is China. Unlike the Chinese economy, Chinese tech companies have been booming and some are even planning to enter the Indian market. Let's take it across straight to Chandra Srikanth for a complete wrap of all the developments at the GIM Bangalore. Chandra?
Welcome to the special edition of Internet Inc., where my colleague Rahul Dayama and I will bring you updates from the Global Mobile Internet Conference. The biggest theme this year, of course, was the entry of China. If you look at all the three companies participating here, the key companies, it's clearly the China focus, whether it's search, whether it's software. So we will really look at how the local players are going to cope with the assault from the dragon. And let's kick it off with the three big boys of e-tail. Flipkart, Snapdeal and Paytm talking about their own strategy on this front, the app-only model, and also the plans for the festive season and the GMV battle going forward.
The way we are seeing sales of smartphones, sales of laptops and desktops, replacement cycles of all of this, and growth of broadband, physical broadband and wireless broadband, all of those developments in India. That day is not far in the future when we will see 90% of India's internet traffic originating from smartphones. And within smartphones, 90% of internet usage will be on apps, right? So it's like a no-brainer that we need to get one thing right. And
I've seen many times that these decisions are actually very easy to take. We ask everyone in this room how many people still use PCs. I think 100 on 100% people will say yes. And as a result, if people are still using PCs and comfortable with that, why do you want to limit their options?
There was a time when people used to dial a number to get a flight booking done, and then it became internet, then it became app. The catch is that where the puck is moving. Answer is it is definitely the app. Now we launched 2 years back as an app-first platform, and I think there is no doubt about it, the future belongs to the app. Whether you should continue to doing browser or not is all about your personality. We don't put any attention on the internet. This is the first version of site, which is the technology team's playground, and we believe all the battle is in the app.
Now, after mobile handset devices, search and software is going to be the next big area for Chinese companies, and Baidu already is making big inroads there. What sort of threat is this going to pose for Indian companies here? We spoke to InMobi's top boss Naveen Tibari. Let's listen in.
The launch of Meep is a fundamentally, the reception was amazing because it's a new way to think about the strategy for commerce for any player out there in the world. They should contribute to about $1 billion for us in the next 18 months. I think going to public markets is obviously on because you have to give exit to your investors, employees, everyone. So that's certainly there. The timeline of that is what we have not decided because look, if we have to think long term, the market that we are in is really large, and so therefore we want to become sizable in that market before we do anything.
There's a lot of energy in the air here with scores of startups really marking their presence. But is the enthusiasm overdone? Is it time for a reality check? We spoke to a couple of venture capitalists. Let's listen into what they had to say.
There's a confidence that we are at the beginning of the cycle in the Indian context. So everything is ripe for disruption. It's not like we have an organized retail market. So there's a sense that there's a long way to go before one thinks that too much money has been spent. As long as you are continuing to see growing metrics in terms of adoption. There are very confident players, whether it's a SoftBank or whether it's the Chinese giants or whether it's Tiger and the hedge funds, who want to make these bets and who believe that it's impossible that India will not build $50 or $100 billion or a $10-15 billion market leader in every space.
Market environment is definitely turned. I think the sentiment has become a little bit more careful compared to what it was. For early stage investors like us, it really doesn't matter so much because we're typically investing in either the first or the second round of financing of the company. Does it mean that larger rounds are becoming more hard to raise? Absolutely. A lot of the investors that sort of came to India with the market heating up, momentum based sort of investing, a lot of that has stopped. A lot of that is reduced, I would say.
Now, no tech event is really complete without the mention of Apple. So we did a dipstick survey among techies here to really find out what they made of Apple's latest launches. We leave you with a dipstick survey that we did. Let's find out what their verdict is.
So basically, I recently got my 6 Plus. So it's just been a couple of months. Previously, I was using a 5C. I also use a Mac, so I've been a fan throughout. So definitely, I'll go for a 6S soon.
From the Gen 1 till the 6, I'm an Apple fan. And every launch of Apple, may it be its software 8.1 or 8.2, I've always been a big fan of it because there's a difference in every launch of Apple, and I'm very excited for the iPhone 6S.
I would want to grab one for myself, yes. I'm not really excited now. Yeah, I mean, Apple products are nice to look at, but of late for the past 3 versions, there's nothing that is, really out of the world. Something that is game-changing. No, I haven't seen anything like that.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.